Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Turnabout podcast.
Hot take edition.
Number 3. Hot take
Edition.
number 3.
No, okay, do that again.
Hot take
Number 3.
edition. I am, in fact, hot take edition number 3. Who are you?
I'm actually 3 raccoons in a trench coat, walking around town and trying to buy cars. That's who I am.
Are you that Eric Andre clip?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't dress like that.
And welcome back.
To hot take?
Number 3 edition.
Yes?
Yes. Okay. Glad we're on the same page. We are reunited. Back in the UK, love.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are reunited back in the UK, so apologies if the audio is crap or if you hear an ambulance or drunk UK people going to the club.
In Britain.
In Britain.
Because we're on a Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, that's what it is.
And Wednesday, if you guys are not from the UK, is when British people go to party at the local pub.
Scenes.
That's crazy, isn't it, love?
So, before we go into the hot take, before we get into it, we just wanted to make a brief shout out. You might remember from a while ago at this point, we featured the artist called zoejayw. It was the art which was like comic style, and it was kind of like pop arty. And there's new art up as well.
Yeah, loads of colors.
Yes.
Very strong contrast.
So basically, Zoe was nice enough. Well, you say it because you received
Zoe
it.
was actually the loveliest. I had a little conversation with her, and she was telling me that she was going to launch some stickers, and that because we had mentioned we would be interested in them, especially the one where she was drawing the Kate, tea set from Investigation. We love that one.
What was it called?
Oh my god, if you
Pierre Hockey.
Yeah. Tea sets. And we had mentioned that, and Zoe was kind enough to send us some stickers as a present for us. She was the loveliest, with such a cute letter attached to it, and from the US. So thank you so much. I was like, my mom was like, you have a letter in the post, because it got here before I did in France when I was back. And I was just amazed by how kind it was. And she wrote us a little cute note. And we absolutely adore the stickers. We're going to link her shop in the description of this video. Please go check them out. It's like the perfect gift for Ace Attorney fan. Maybe you're late on your Secret Santas. Maybe you just...
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Easter. Actually, the Easter Bunny is a huge Ace Attorney fan, so if you want to get some stickers from Zoe, here's the shop in the description. And thank you so much, Zoe. We love them.
Yeah. Basically, Lucy said everything I wanted to, but we appreciate it very much. Thank you for the gift. It's so sweet of you to do so. Like, you didn't even have to, and they look amazing up on my wall.
Incredible.
I was tempted to put them on my laptop,
Yeah,
but I know
that... It was
that...
a whole debate.
Yes, over pizza and garlic bread.
Please vote in the comments. Laptop or wall? I'm team wall. What the fuck was this?
Yeah.
And
We said it's gonna be loud.
yeah, there was a car with questionable taste.
So what's the debate?
Wall or laptop? But
Wall
the
or
thing is,
laptop? But my case is damaged, my
Yeah.
laptop case, so it is gonna be thrown out. So Zoe's stickers are up on my wall alongside letters
as
and
they should.
cards I got.
And
Thank you
they're
very
adorable
much.
too.
And everyone go follow and give likes to. We'll link everything below.
Yes.
On Tumblr or Instagram or Twitter.
Thank you once again. Thank you so much.
Right.
Love you, Zoe.
Let's get to business. Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Hot take. Hot take.
Number 3 edition.
Number 3 edition.
So, I'm almost caught up with Lucie at this point because she's going through what I went through with the game. Like, she's finding it a bit hard to continue, right?
Yeah, I'm like at the beginning of case 4 and I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to play it. Like, I don't know why. I'm just like not feeling it. Which is surprising because I did this case pretty quickly.
Yeah. I did this case pretty quickly as well.
I don't know, it's just... Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, so I picked up the Slack and played it in one go. I played it on my plane ride back to uni. Like, the way I did on my way back home with the ship one.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go on more commercial flights.
Exactly. That's just the way to go. You should just go there and then fly immediately back.
Just to finish DGS. Yeah. So I played it, and I have to say, and I know I speak for the both of us, that this is our favorite case out of the 3.
So far, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
I had fun.
I had fun playing it. That's not to say I don't have my issues still with the game, but it's definitely an improvement. Like, I genuinely enjoyed playing it, and it made me want to play more. And if I had to rank it, I told you it'd be a bit above Serenade and a bit below Samurai. Like, it's kind of like Corner.
I get what you mean.
Like, kind of like a little key, but not major. You know?
I would rank it potentially higher than Corner.
Which you've recently played.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying this. I feel like it was a little more creative than Corner because we had the introduction of the jury.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of like... I'm thinking, love. But I was like, maybe Turnabout and Reunion?
Okay.
Without the gravitas that it has. Because
cute.
It's like Maya, but it's a cute case. Yeah. However, now that I'm thinking about it, like when I'm trying to like explain why I haven't played it, as much as I liked it, I was a bit underwhelmed with the ending and unsatisfied. And so my feelings when I was playing the new case is like, what's the point?
Okay.
Like, I'm probably not gonna find out everything until the last case, so I have to like probably still wait a long time. So that did leave me a little frustrated.
We'll get into it.
Get into it, yeah?
Yes. So, jury system. Oh, by the way, our recent theory. Oh, we didn't say spoiler alert.
Well, it's a hot take.
That means fuck it.
Yeah.
A recent theory that it's court investigation. I think we're correct because I don't know if you've noticed, but when I was saving the game, I noticed that the save file has like Ryunosuke's like silhouette in the save slot, but that's just for cases with court. Whereas like for the ship and the 4th one, it's the silhouette of Sholmes.
Oh. That's interesting.
I've started the 4th one, like just the first 2 lines of dialogue, but I noticed that immediately because it stood out. But I think this is just gonna be investigation.
Okay.
However, I kind of hate that.
Me too.
Because I really enjoyed the jury system.
And now we have to wait a whole new case to see it.
I mean, we have deduction.
Yeah, deduction was fun.
What are your thoughts on the jury?
I love it.
More than deduction?
No, but for me it's
No.
such... I mean, equally. I love them both in different ways. But you have those two amazing gameplay, and imagine a case with both in it, with like a mixture of investigation and trials. For me, it would be the perfect combination. It would be like, I think the pace would work better because you'd have to like spread information more lightly instead of in big bulks. And you could have your little deduction during the investigation, then your jury trials. Like, it could be really, really fun. I think it's a missed opportunity not having those. But I really like the jury system.
I agree.
It was really fun.
For me, it's even better than deduction, personally. I really liked it. And I liked how we pit each jury member against each other. That was really, really enjoyable.
It's manipulation. And we play on their heartstring. Like, we kind of... like, I liked when we kind of realized that the... like, oh, Beepo is overcharging people. Look at that. He's putting a bad name on all the carriage people. And he was so upset that he... Like, I loved that. It was so much fun.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was smart. And yeah, I think it made the case. But when it was resolved, I lost interest. Like, when Gina Lestrade is introduced... I kind of lost interest. Like, the last couple of testimonies fell flat for me. Because,
first of all, I thought it was going to be her, the culprit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does this game has against blonde foreign women? I was like, so far, this was our only culprit. So I was like, it's getting a little repetitive.
Wait, you thought she had done it?
I thought she was going to be the culprit.
Ah.
Because right when she was introduced. And then no. But as we moved along, I was like, then who is it? And when we accused those two guys, I was like, it doesn't feel like it's them. Like, it's not a satisfying catch when you see their true colors and you start to expose them. And it just left me like an icky feeling. It's a moral dilemma because it's like you can tell that something is up and you have to expose your own client. And then the way it ends, it just feels unresolved. And I really do hope that when we finish the game, we're going to be like, oh my god, everything makes sense.
It is not.
But
probably
I don't know.
not.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I personally didn't have that issue. I thought because Shu Takumi wrote the first 3 games, and it's like when we got to Spirit of Justice and Phoenix lost the civil trial to Apollo, or even like when he lost his badge to Clavier, we thought it was sacrilege. Like, we hated it.
Yeah.
But this is like a completely new character. Like, no one ever said, oh, this is the Phoenix Wright that never lost a case. Yeah. So I feel like he's given more creative liberty.
I agree
like,
with that,
he can toy around with, like, maybe for Ryunosuke, he did lose trials. Or, like, he had more mat and guards. And he never managed to, like, get over it.
Maybe, yeah.
I thought it was nice to see it experiment. I didn't expect it at all. I was like, then how did it work? But also, I get what you're saying because a lot of the evidence went by unused.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels unfinished.
Yeah. I wasn't mad that Milgilded was, like, a shadowy figure and that he might have been wrong. I actually like that and I will go back to it. But I don't know, it just like, then who did it?
Yeah.
And the goal of every case is to uncover the truth. So who do you think did it? Do you think it's Malgilded?
I thought it was McGilded.
I don't know.
Because he owed him money.
I feel like it's a third party.
No, I thought it was him.
Huh.
Like, the way he laughed at the end. And how he, like, planted the evidence and everything.
Weird.
I don't know, like, for as much as this game speaks, we do not have many answers.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about something else, but I forgot. What did you think of the prosecutor, Van Zieks.
He didn't
the
really...
reaper of the Old Bailey, love.
I do like the name Old Bailey.
It's so British.
It's so British. To be fair, when they said Old Bailey, I thought we were going to like a port, you know, like
same.
You know, like
Why?
A ship.
Why?
Place. I thought we were gonna investigate. I don't know, what does Bailey mean, but
I thought the exact same thing. I thought we were going to a harbor.
Exactly, I thought we were going to harbor. I was kind of disappointed. But
why do we associate Bailey with the sea?
An outer wall of a castle.
Oh,
I don't know.
A castle?
I don't know why we associated with it, but
that's weird.
It is, and then we thought the same thing. But for me, he wasn't that memorable because he looks so much like Edgeworth. For me, it's like, oh, this is Edgeworth's ancestor, which I'm not even sure it is.
Really?
For me, it's old Edgeworth.
For me, which is weird because I've never played the game, in my head, Van Zieks brings up the red-haired prosecutor from the Leighton crossover.
He does look like him
because
like,
he's a knight.
The outfits. But I don't know, for me it's like kind of a copy of Edgeworth. Like
Really?
His personality didn't strike me.
Yeah, he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Like the other characters of the game.
And like as Nayuta is super annoying, but at least he's very memorable and he's very like distinct. You know what I mean? Like I could easily pinpoint how he would text you.
And Francisca,
Godot.
Yes. Oh, I miss Godot.
Unhinged Man, the raccoon.
The badger.
And even Kristoff. For me, this is one of the weakest prosecutor we've seen.
Definitely.
But maybe his personality is gonna like...
Sir, why are you throwing wine around?
You're not... Who do you think you are?
Wasting good wine? In the Old Bailey of all places?
It was just very bland.
I don't know. I liked how... Okay, I thought... I was about to say...
Oh my god, what?
One of the talking points I was gonna do is he's racist. Well, he is. He's like constantly Nippon is this and Nippon is that. Yeah, that guy. Nippon is this and Nippon is that. And I was gonna mix my words and I was gonna say I like how he's racist. No, I don't like how he's racist. I like how he kind of played along with Rinosuke and what's her name? Susato. Yeah, Susato-san. I like how he played along and how we played along with him. Like he didn't have the winning streak like Manfred von Karma, Edgeworth, Ick. He was more interested in the truth, I feel like.
Yeah. He wasn't as aggressive.
Yeah.
But I think that's
he was throwing wine.
Huh? Who doesn't?
But yeah, he's racist.
Yeah, he's xenophobic.
Like, sir, you don't even know the first thing about Japan. Stop generalizing.
But it is a good depiction of the
Van Zieks today would definitely be a Tory.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight.
Definitely. But, yeah. I don't know, he was kind of just there for me. Yeah,
he didn't make a good first impression. Or like a memorable first impression.
Yeah, and it wasn't like... Could you imagine if someone would have dared to forge evidence in front of like Edgeworth or Francisca or Godot? They would have, like, I was gonna say burned that shit down, which happened.
That would happen, yeah.
But like they would have never let that happen. I feel like.
No, like Francisca would definitely like call for recess and like. Yeah, it doesn't help that the judge is fucking Santa Claus either.
I like the judge. His little wig.
I don't know. He's very for me he's like Van Zieks. He's like the discount version of the original one.
Agreed.
But I think for as not memorable as those two were, the Jerry people made up for it.
Absolutely.
You have British man.
Tory, once again.
Yeah. The maid.
Iconic.
Cock destroyer. You have...
Does the maid has an OnlyFans?
I think she does.
I think
I think she's a bit of a freak. But she doesn't even show nudity. Like, she just cleans. And people pay to watch that.
I think she's a dominatrix.
Yeah.
You know, she's actually one of those people who guy pay her so that they can clean her apartment, except that she takes them to their client's house. So she gets paid twice and does nothing.
I can just imagine us. Oh, she's the next bellboy. She's the ancestor of the bellboy.
She's the great grandmother of the bellboy. Cleaning, serving, and kinkiness runs in their blood.
Definitely. I can just imagine us at the end ranking the characters, and like Van Zieks and Santa Claus and Rhinosuke all being in like D tier, and her being in Supreme.
Of course.
Then we have your favorite.
Yeah.
The guy
Knife boy.
I'm gonna play that clip.
Yes, please do.
Of you recording your Switch where you lick the knife. What?
An incredible moment.
Maybe the bellboy is the son or like the ancestor of the two pairing.
They met on the jury.
Yeah.
He was so freaky. He was so disgusting.
I loved him, honestly.
All of them were amazing.
All of them. For me, my favorite was the green lady.
Which is the next.
Icon.
The green lady.
Legend.
Super tight.
Writing.
She
brought her typewriter.
We love that. Then you had the bus carriage driver.
The pug.
And then the old lady knitting.
Who was like, okay.
But I love them all, and I was like, oh my god, finally some people with like a personality. They were all unhinged, but in very different ways.
Because the witnesses also sucked.
Yeah. But when you think about it, like, look at the few last cases. Every single witness has been kind of meh.
Yeah, the witnesses have been underwhelming throughout.
But the jury has been amazing, so it was like, finally some iconic people. Some true kooky characters.
Ace
like,
Attorney.
Only Ace Attorney can provide.
Whereas, like, the banker... Lady first. I thought he was gonna be a woman. We've discussed this.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So we have the Hatter, which I was sure was a woman in drag.
Lady first.
Yeah. The banker. The
Zeppo or Beppo.
Beepo.
Yeah. And
then Gina. That was it, right? Gina.
And McGilded. Okay, do you want to take the characters?
Yeah.
I kind of want you to say first, because I fully agree, what you said about the game being...
Yes, so when I was playing it, I started thinking about the whole other games, and I feel like this game is a direct response from Shutakumi to Dual Destinies.
It makes sense.
It's the first game he hasn't worked on. Apollo Justice was his last game in the series.
I mean,
series.
I think he did produce the other ones.
Yeah, but he hasn't written.
Yeah.
And there are loads of elements in this game which I think are callbacks to what could have been Dual Destiny, which is two things. The jury system. We could have had that with the Mason system. And look how well it works. Like, it's amazing. The jury is so much fun. The gameplay is like, manipulating them is chef's kiss. But also, the Dark Age of the Law, without being mentioned one in this game, is so much more well represented.
Like, everyone's getting away.
Everyone's getting away with it. You can't prove shit. The evidence getting forged left and right. Like, tell me, if you had to, like, look at what happened, like, not what they're saying in those two games, and tell me which one is the representative of the Dark Age of the Law, I would 100% say it's the Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah, this is how you do it. Show don't tell.
And I was thinking that, yeah, for me, it's a direct response to Dual Destinies.
I fully agree. And... I checked the dates now. Apollo Justice was released in 2007.
Yeah.
And The Great Ace Attorney was released in 2015. I think.
Yeah, and like Dual Destiny was released in like 13 or something.
Wait. The Great Ace Attorney was released July 2015. Also, Ghost Trick was in 2010. Dual Destinies was 2013.
Yeah.
So it adds up.
Like, it checks out. The math
Totally.
is correct.
The math doesn't lie.
Shutakumi,
We're
we
on
right?
to you.
Please comment below. But yeah. And just before we move on to the witness, imagine a whole case with investigation, a deduction, then trial with the jury, except that the case, like witnesses and character, are the jury people. Like, you know, like something happened in the house of that first guy. There's the maid, there's his crazy ass son, his secretary, his mom, and his like driver.
Or like imagine, oh my god, okay, imagine like the Ron DeLite case. You know how the first trial was on theft?
Yeah.
Imagine there's like a jury for that, and the second trial is that there's a murder in the jury room.
Oh,
like while they're like,
that would be so good. But like, I want a case with those type of characters, like really fun, kooky characters,
like Ace Attorney.
Like Ace Attorney, absolutely. But because those witnesses are lacking, and let's talk about those witnesses.
Okay, who do you want to take McGilded first?
Let's do that.
I don't know. For me, as soon as I saw him, I was like, no. Why? Like, how it... Okay, the design clashed with everyone else. Like, you can have normal people like the banker.
Yeah.
And have, like, people like McGilded. It doesn't add up. Like,
Yeah. He was so
do they live in
cartoonish.
different Londons? Like, the one is Old Ace Attorney and the other one is DGS. It doesn't add up. Also, he's like Michael Scott if he was Willy Wonka.
Yes. No questions needed. Yes.
No questions asked. It's true.
It is true.
Crazy frog.
Oh, I actually have to tell you something. When he appeared, I thought he was the prosecutor, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Well, it would have been fun. Like, imagine like
he was
having
like the
that
pain. The pain of London.
Like, like he would, you know, the prosecutor's desk would reach his nose.
Yeah.
It could be fun. At least
I completely forgot.
It would be much more memorable than Van Dijk.
100%. I completely forgot we already had a pain in this game.
We do.
I forgot.
We had his ancestor.
So, yeah, honestly, like, very underwhelming. Like, his whole thing is money. I think because he has an Irish accent, Gina points that out in his testimony. He's supposed to be like the leprechaun.
Does make sense.
Yeah.
Like gold and stuff.
Yeah. But they didn't play on that. Like, why isn't he green?
They give him a red vest.
Oh, I hated the design. I hated the design.
He was just, let me look at his outfit.
It was atrocious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just... At the same time, it makes sense for him to be the first witness, like the first defendant, because he's so, disgusting.
Why does he have blue hair? He have green hair.
I feel like, what's his name? Strongheart? The discount Damon Gunt, daddy justice minister, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like he was setting us up to fail.
A little trickery.
Yeah.
But it did not seem that surprised
because
that
he
we
seems
won.
xenophobic as well.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know. It's like, there's so much that we have to discover yet. And we're like halfway through the game. I don't think we should be that in the dark.
Not even halfway.
You know, like, let's look at the... I don't know, I feel like in the other games we had more of an idea of what was going on by the third case.
I don't think it's about that. I think it's more about even when the cases had bigger implications, it masked them as one-offs. For example, Samurai was just Samurai.
Yeah.
Sisters was just Sisters. But then the game tricked us and they were like, actually, Sisters wasn't just Sisters. It's where you met Misty Faye for the first time, and this happened and this happened. Or like, even in investigations too, where everything is connected, like you feel as if you know what's happening, but you don't actually. Like, you didn't know Simon Keyes was going to come back.
You're pretty much in control, yeah. It's that lack of control that's kind of bothering me. Because whatever we do, we can't really win so far. We haven't really won.
I think the thing is that it's shameless about how there's going to be something bigger at the end, and it's hyping us up. And what I'm scared of is that it's not going to live up to the expectations. Yeah. Because, like, it's setting up all these plot holes and not doing shit about it.
Yeah, for instance, the other day I was talking to Aris, and I was like, oh my god, can you imagine if that Hatter is actually the culprit from the first case, since it's a British woman and we've never seen her face, and then here comes a mystery man who's clearly in drag. Like, could you imagine? And if she's like the main last villain, and then we're talking, we're like, it's a fun idea, but it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. Yeah. I don't know. The writing is once again very weak. Like, even if I enjoyed this case, some of the problems I had before are still here.
Yeah.
For me, sure. Because the witnesses were so bland and boring, personally, as soon as the jury gameplay finished, the testimonies felt flat. Okay. Like, I did not want to cross-examine Gina.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
I get that.
Like,
absolutely.
Or McGill did. And the noticing other people's reaction thing is starting to get on my nerves.
Me too. I just told you this, but it was the only moment where I had to look at the solution because I was getting really frustrated. It's easy to miss, and it doesn't really make sense most of the time because it's like not really related to what they're saying. It's just like, oh, I was just thinking about something else.
And once again, you can't really set up this like real life setting like London and have it be historically accurate and then be like, once again, Ace Attorney kookiness, like someone saying something and you're thinking like, yeah.
Scratches one. Scratches your head with your fingernails. Yeah, it's...
And Reynolds is like, is he thinking something?
Because like my thing is, aren't they thinking something all the time? Have you never been with other people?
No, they're Sims.
It's weird. It's getting weird.
It's getting weird.
Absolutely.
I think, apart from the writing, what the other major issue the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles has is the constant shift in tone. Like, either you're gonna be historically accurate and serious, like very current affairs, international relations, even like Kazuma's soul is in this katana. Like, okay, sure. Or you're gonna be like Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Blue hair, leprechaun, defendant, over the top, exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, I wish it was the latter, because one of my favorite parts of this case was like when there's a smoke alarm.
Oh, yeah.
It caught me off guard.
Me too. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
But
I genuinely hadn't noticed the first blood splatter. Like, I was like, I thoroughly investigated the carriage and there wasn't anything on the floor. So when it appeared after, I was like,
huh.
I swear that wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is smart. This is actually like, I'm starting to like it.
Yeah.
But...
I didn't, and I was like, Von Zeke, you're such a loser. You know? I was like, stop accusing me of cheating. And then it turned out he was right. I was like, oh, oops. But I think also what works, what makes Ace Attorney, the first trilogy, so kooky, is that when you remember correctly, it's set in the future. that's why the characters are so out there, and like everything is so different. But, so I think when you look at it from like, oh, we're gonna do something historically accurate, I think they made the games timeline so it isn't historically, like in the first case, like they wanted to make it in the future so you could do whatever they wanted, but I think like now that it's historically accurate, it's kind of more of a restriction, if that makes sense.
I don't know, it's just such sediment. Is Ace Attorney apocalyptic fiction, bestie? Apocalyptic dystopia. Where people look like that and talk like that.
Yeah, is there any cases in 2020? And did they predict COVID? So, did Dahlia Hawthorne is responsible for COVID?
Lively People starts playing.
If someone is responsible for COVID in the Ace Attorney world, it's Phineas Filch.
Absolutely.
He's not washing his hands.
He was very sad when...
He's an anti-vax.
Yes.
Let's look at the points on my list. So, we've covered the jury. My theory about like the response to Dual Destiny, Magilda and Van Zeke. What did you think of the witnesses?
Yeah, as we said, lady first, I was expecting some kind of reveal. The banker, I don't know, kind of like a mix between a daddy and a twink.
A twink?
Did you see his body?
He had like a beard.
He's a bottom. 100%.
Is he?
Yeah. With that cane. Did you see how it bended? I don't think that's by accident.
He shot it up his ass.
Yeah.
Love that for
He
him.
was biting the end.
Oh my god.
I didn't like them. I didn't connect. They're not memorable. Even like at the beginning I was thinking like having like the Japanese names like Rinosuke was gonna be like a trouble remembering. But I don't remember any of the British ones either. It's because they're all forgettable.
Me neither. Like Damon Gaunt. I do remember McGilded. I like that name.
McGilded, yeah. Because they mentioned it 1,000 times because of a fucking park.
Yeah, the McGilded Park. Gina?
You're unhinged. I'm unhinged, darling.
Swearing doesn't matter.
You have no filters. I didn't like Gina. I thought she was like, why is she here? It was so... I feel like Shu Takumi read Sherlock Holmes stories, got really excited, went to London once, and then wrote this.
Yeah.
Like, didn't even, like, spend time there. Just went for a few days.
Oliver Twist.
Oh, no.
She was giving
major Oliver
vibe.
Twists.
I would... When I saw her and when the plot unfolded, what I think would be cool if, like, what if she's, like, a paid...
actress.
No, but, like, a professional evidence faker, you know what I mean? Like, she set up the gun on purpose and then went in the carriage and put the fake blood and stuff. Like, that's her job. She's a rascal.
So devious.
Like, that she's an evidence faker.
Once again, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, but I was like, oh my god, is this where they're going? Like, Mel Gilded hired someone, they're in cahoots? But I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
Honestly...
She's on the poster, though.
Yeah, no, I've seen spoilers, so I kind of knew that she was gonna come out of this trial. I've seen fan art of it, that's why. Playing DGS for me is like watching WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Was that the Doofenshmirtz?
Yes.
Like knowing the lore, knowing the comics they're adapting, knowing how great they are, and then watching them adapt it and setting up this like huge plot and like who is this character and there's this Easter egg and wait.
Oh my god, calm down.
Sir,
no one is gonna fuck you.
We did this already. You know?
This is a recurring conversation with this exact same man.
Yes, the exact same setting. reading the lore, knowing everything about the comics, being excited, and then like hyping it up, like the finale, and having Easter eggs. And did you see the wall in Wanda's baby's the wall paintings and the background, and it's like a reference to Wakanda and this like issue of Marvel which was like hidden and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then like, oh, it's the most straightforward. Like it feels so uninspired to me as a story up to this point. Like, okay, someone locked him up in the carriage and burned him, but I don't know, he had it coming. Like, sure. Good for him. Good
for whoever killed them.
Yes. Maybe it was Gina.
Maybe.
She had enough.
We also have the introduction of Iris.
Yeah. A child.
No.
Okay. Let me level with you. Her music is a bop. Her music is the first track of the soundtrack which I actually vibe to.
Really?
And I like the hearts.
That was one of my points. I like that she's very like feminine, like the hearts, or girly, that she's very girly with pink, but that she's still like science-y. I think that sometimes when they write girl character, they're usually like Surgeant in spirit of just like, oh, very boy oriented, whereas like this is a good mixture. I liked it. And the heart and the girliness, I thought it was cute.
I haven't seen enough to come to a conclusion, but you know how I feel.
About children?
About children. So that was that. Genuinely, I was thinking this before you came over, that for me, I remember being very adamant about not playing the game when I was like on public transport or because I wanted to listen to the music while I was playing. Like the music was a must.
Yeah.
And looking back in retrospect, it really formed my overall opinion and love for Ace Attorney, because even now when I'm studying, I listen to the soundtrack. Like every time I study. I just pick a game and listen to the soundtrack. Yeah. Except for Spirit of Justice. I don't want to listen to like ethnic shit. But I have not vibed with the music of DGS.
So you liking Irish music is a pretty big thing.
It's a big thing. I just think that the trials are not flashy enough. Like the Jerry with that huge ass scale in the back.
Yeah.
That was flashy. And that's why I enjoyed it.
But also, like, what's frustrating is, as much as I like the jury, because they're the jury, you can't really... Wait. We can't really, like, explore each of their characters. I was thinking, like, do you imagine having a theme for each character of the jury? It would be so much fun. Like, there is, like, the old lady would be super slow and calm, and, the green number would be very funky, and the maid would be much
What
more
about the knife licker?
Oh, that would be sex music. Sex music. So, but like, we don't see them enough for them to have, you know, an entire like character, soundtrack, and even like interactions, and it's just frustrating. The only fun characters are kind of like hidden.
Have we covered everything?
I just have two last points, which I can summarize in the same thing is, so far this is my favorite case.
Same.
And I liked its length. It was shorter.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah. What we discussed before over dinner was that even though I still believe it's really long-winded and I had to skip a lot of the dialogue and my flight was fucking 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time. At the same time, in retrospect, it was a very short case.
Definitely.
I think it was because of the jury.
It was well paced.
Yes.
I liked it. I wasn't bored.
Me neither.
So yeah.
Except for the last part, which was a testimony. Like for me, that was excruciating. Like, I whipped out the walkthrough right at the end and just, like, followed that.
Yeah, when we had to, like, oh, Gina is thinking of that at that moment where the banker says this. Yeah, I was done by that point. But apart from that, it was really well paced. I like the rhythm. I like the length. And it was a good case overall.
Definitely. I think it's the best case up to now. I really enjoyed it. Some of the issues are still there, unfortunately. Which sucks.
Definitely.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
We can always go back to and record a second, like, bit. But I think we're good.
What did you think about Discount Damon Gunt? He seems suspicious. He's definitely gonna be the, like, last villain or something.
Yeah, he's gonna be important. My only thought on him is that he was Discount Damon Gaunt.
And why do you have pigeons in your office?
Aris, you would be terrified to go there.
Oh my god, I hate it. I actually... Okay, on an unrelated note, I walked near ducks.
On the canal?
Yeah, down the canal.
Congratulations.
They were blocking the stairs.
Yeah.
On my path. And I walked straight to the stairs.
And did they move? Did they look at you?
They were moving. I like clenched my fist and closed my eyes, and I was already at the steps.
Good for you.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Good for you, absolutely.
You look happy and healthy.
You do.
Not me.
If you ever care to ask. Welcome back to Turnabout Rodrigo, where we discuss the latest Olivia Rodrigo news. But yeah, I think that's about it for the third case.
Oh, also, like, if he works in a bell tower, doesn't every time, like, the bell strikes, like, how loud is it in there? Like, it has to be ear-shattering.
True.
But yeah, overall, what's the score out of 10 you'd give it?
A good 6.
A 6? Okay.
Yeah. Potentially a 7 even. But what about you?
Maybe 6 or 6.5.
In that region.
I don't know. Like, I think that the reason I feel like we're missing something, or like I feel like we've skipped over talking points, is because it's so not memorable.
It feels unfinished.
Like, I feel like I was like, oh, what about that exchange between the Jerry man and Beppo? But that's what it is. Like, nothing happened. Or like, what about Gina's grenade smoke launcher? And like, that's just it. Like, nothing happens. Like, it's just very surface level fun. There's no depth.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, imagine we were, like, playing Turnabout Goodbyes for the first time. Like, it'd be a 3.
Yeah.
They are busy tonight.
What is...
Piece of shit.
But, yeah, it feels unfinished. Like, I feel like we're gonna go back to a lot of it in the upcoming cases. I feel like we're gonna find out new stuff.
That's what I was going to say, like, potential hot take ideas reviewing the audio from old episodes.
From hot takes?
Yeah.
When we finished it? Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like a lot of the answers are gonna go by unresolved, and we're just gonna make a list of why we're not happy.
Just listening to me saying, I want to see less of Kazuma, and getting my wish immediately granted is enough reason to listen
I was
to them.
thinking McGilder was gonna be the fucking villain of the game. He died.
Yeah. I was like, please continue the case. Yeah.
Okay. Let's wrap this shit up.
See you soon. Yeah, this wraps up our episode 3 edition
of hot
Don't
takes.
forget to watch our first 2. We did one for each case. And I hope we'll provide a new hot take soon. I really want to finish the game. Before...
I share the sentiment, but for different reasons.
I want to finish DGS 1 before Easter break.
That's definitely gonna happen.
That's my goal.
That's definitely gonna happen. What I'm excited for is playing the second game, seeing if it's improved.
It could have. What if the second game is like Investigation 2? You know what I mean?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you guys. We'll see you soon for like our comeback. Real Turnabout podcast.
We're recording in 2 days.
In 2 days' time.
It's gonna be a good episode.
It is. Something is returning.
Yes, returning to regular programming very soon.
Yes. Alright. See you soon, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.